Fabaceae or Leguminosea. According to Bentham and Hooker, the Fabaceae family is divided into three subfamilies, that is Papilionaceae, Caesalpiniaceae, and Mimosaceae. So, and some taxonomists said that these are the different families. So, this Fabaceae family is also known as pea family or legume family. All these legumes, that is Cajanus cajan or gram, Arachis hypoxia or peanut or groundnut, Lathyrus odoratus, Rhizome sativum or garden pea, and Clitoria tornata, all these legumes or pea plants or pea family. It is also known as pea family. So first, the habit of this plant. This is annual or perennial. Some are herbs, shrubs, and tree. Mostly they are herbs, and some vines are also available in this family. And about the roots, is a fibrous root, taproot, and the lateral roots form nodules. All these plants having root nodules, and these root nodules help in nitrogen fixation, and bacteria, that is Rhizobium leguminosarum, mostly symbiotically associated with these roots, and it help in nitrogen fixation. So next is stem. Stem is erect, branched, solid, solid, hairy, and the climbing stem possesses tendrils. The climbing stems are very weak and they possess tendril. Tendril help in climbing the plant, and this tendril, with the help of with the support of other woody plant, it grows up. And next comes to leaf. Leaves are simple, and some of the leaf, there is a stipule. Stipule is the any greenish outgrowth which is present at the base of the leaf. But in this family, there is a foliaceous stipule. That means it is a large structure. You can see that these are the leaves, and the other leaflets are modified to tendril. This is called tendril, which is tendril, which is the modified leaflets, and this is a foliaceous stipule. Stipule present at the base of the leaf, and this stipule also help in photosynthesis. After leaf, inflorescence. Inflorescence are in some cases it is terminal raceme, or in some cases it is axillary, that is solitary axillary, and in some plants it is dense axillary heads. Next comes to flower. Flower is complete flower. Next is a flower. Complete. Complete means all the four holes are present. Calyx, corolla, androecium, calyx, corolla, androecium, and gynecium. If all these four holes are present, then it is a complete flower. Next, zygomorphic. Zygomorphic means asymmetric flower. The flower can be divided into two equal halves in only one vertical plane, or from unequal petals we can call it a zygomorphic flower. So zygomorphic means unequal petals. The flowers having unequal petals is a zygomorphic flower. Or zygomorphic means asymmetric, or the flower can be divided into two equal halves in only one vertical plane. Then hermaphrodite. Hermaphrodite means bisexual. Both androecium and gynoecium present together in a single flower. That is hermaphrodite. Hypogynous or perigynous. Hypogynous means superior ovary. If this is the gynoecium, this is stigma, style, ovary, then below ovary, calyx, corolla and androecium arises below ovary. This is called hypogynous condition. And in this flower, the number of petals, next comes to calyx. Number of sepal, 5. Sometimes united to form a tubular structure. Some having valvate estivation and some are imbricate estivation. What is valvate estivation? Estivation means arrangement of sepal and petal. So valvate means all the sepal or petal arranged in a single ring or symmetrically they are present in a single ring. This is valvate estivation. And in imbricate, one of the calyx is in twisted condition. One of the sepal is fully inside the ring and one of the sepal is fully outside the ring. Then it is imbricate estivation. Out of these 5, 3 are in twisted condition and 1 is fully present inside and 1 is totally outside the ring. So this is called imbricate estivation. Then comes to corolla. Number of petals, 5. And these 5 petals having outermost large petal. This one is outermost large petal which is known as vexillum or standard. And on the lateral side, either side of this vexillum, 2 wings are there. These 2 are called as wings. And innermost and very small 2 unitedly present 2 gills. So the number of petals is 5, but they are arranged in this way: 1 plus 2 plus 2. 1 standard or vexillum, 2 wings, 2 gills. And the estivation is known as vexillary estivation. Next is androecium. Androecium. Number of stamens, 10. And these 10 stamens are arranged 1 plus 9. 9 stamen unitedly present and this condition is known as diadelphous. This is called diadelphous condition. So this is the 9 stamens which are collectively present together and this is the single stamen. These are the 9 and this is 1. So total number of stamen is 10 and they are present in 2 bundle which is known as diadelphous condition. Number of stamen 10 and 1 plus 9. That is a diadelphous condition. And the anther is Dithecus. Dithecus means bilobed anther. That is the anther having two lobes. That is called dithecus. And these are the 9 stamens collectively form one bottle, and this is a separate one stamen. So these two are known as, the condition is known as diatomos. Next comes to gynoecium. Number of carpel 1, or it is monocarpellary with superior ovary, and partly there is inferior ovary, and it is unilocular chamber, that is TS of ovary shows a single chamber. Locule means chamber, and inside the single chamber many ovules are present in marginal placentation. Placentation means arrangement of ovules in the ovary. So these are the ovules which are arranged in a margin. In the margin, or this condition is known as marginal placentation. And style is simple and stigma capitate. So next comes to floral formula of the family. So here the floral formula of Rhizome sativum. That is BR. BR means bracteate. BRL bracteolate. This percentage sign means zygomorphic. Then K means calyx. Number of sepal 5. United. So bracket. Number of petals. C means corolla. Number of petals 5. So the arrangement is 1 plus 2 plus 2. 1 vexillum or standard, 2 wings and 2 kill. So the arrangement is 1 plus 2 plus 2. Then number of stamen 10, but they are arranged in two groups, 1 plus 9. So 9 is bracketed. Then number of carpel 1. So G1 superior ovary. So there is a bar below G. So this is the floral formula. Next comes to floral diagram of the plant, that is Pisum sativa. Outermost ring is for calyx. So number of petal is 5, and these two are united to form a single sepal. So next ring is corolla ring. So this is the largest petal, that is vexillum or standard. This one. Then comes to the two wings or the either side. Then the innermost to kill. Then inner to this is the ring of stamen. So 9 stamens are present in a single bundle. So they are arranged in a single ring, and this is the 10th stamen. So number of stamen is 10 arranged in 1 plus 9. Next is inner to this there is the TS of ovary, that is single chambered ovary or unilocular ovary. Inside the unilocular ovary there is many ovules in marginal placentas. So this is all about the floral diagram of Pisum sativa. So basically the floral diagram resembles in all the pea plants or in pea family having vexillum, two wings, two kills, unequal petals are there. One is larger, then two medium size and two enormous smallest petal, that is kill. So in this family, mostly the legumes or pulses are present. So economic importance of some plants, some are pulses like Pisum sativum or Sisum or the Lathyrus odoratus, beans. So these are all the pulses. Then oil yielding plants are also present, that is Arachis hyposia or peanuts or groundnuts. So many, this is one of the largest family, that is Fabaceae. And this family, according to some taxonomists, it is divided into 3 subfamily, and this is under Papilionaceae. So this is all about the family Fabaceae.